In this quick and exciting episode, I'm going to do a follow-up to an episode from August 3rd, 2018 about sugar snap peas. Hey everybody, I'm Alan Schaefer at Custom Garden Solutions. About 5 weeks ago we did an episode on planting sugar snap peas, and I noticed the other day that we have some flowering going on. Let me show you. So we've got a couple here, one there, one there, one there. A couple others look like they're about ready to flower. There's one that's just barely popping. So this flower will likely turn into a pea if all goes well, which it should. Usually about 7 to 14 days after you see flowers, you'll be able to harvest some peas. In the past 5 weeks, we had a couple of heat waves where temperatures were in the high 80s and even a few low 90s. So for the most part, sugar snap peas prefer a little lower temperatures, like the 60s or the 70s is best. One thing that I did, and I mentioned this in the previous episode, is that when temperatures reach the mid-80s or higher, I make sure the peas were well watered. I watered them in mid-afternoon, in the height of the heat. Normally I do not water in midday, but my goal is to keep the plant well hydrated. Some people will talk about shocking the plant or damaging the roots. It's been my experience that this does not happen to sugar snap peas in the gardens I've worked with, as long as you have healthy, well-draining, and nutritious soil. In fact, I find that sugar snap peas will start off well in the heat. So if you can start in warmer weather and the plant germinates and begins to grow, and then the weather cools, that is the best scenario. That is why fall sugar snap peas are so popular. They start in the warmer weather, and as they grow, the weather turns cooler. I've been able to successfully grow sugar snap peas in midsummer, but what happens is that once they start producing, they often die off rather quickly when the temperatures get in the 80s and 90s. So they'll grow great for a while in the heat, but once they get 4 to 5 feet and begin to flower, you may start having some issues. And you may not get quite the harvest you might in cooler temperatures. Or to put it another way, the harvest does not last as long, and the sugar snap peas may not be as sweet. So in midsummer, you might get some production, but just not as much, and then they often die early. That is why, for the most part, you want to grow in the spring and especially in the fall. Other than making sure your plant has adequate water when the temperatures got past 80 degrees, I also sprayed some neem oil on them. Not because they needed it, but because some of the other plants in the garden needed it, so I just sprayed some neem on it while I was at it. A couple of years ago at the end of the season, I did seem to get a little bit of powdery mildew, so spraying some neem oil on them can help avoid that. I'm here in Zone 5B right now, and I have an exciting announcement about that here in Chicagoland. If you're in a higher zone, it might not be too late to start some sugar snap peas. The soil should stay above 40 degrees, and your daytime temperature should be above 50 to 60 degrees. I'll follow up in the next couple weeks when we're ready to harvest. I'm Alan Schaefer at Custom Garden Solutions. Our channel is all about helping you grow herbs and vegetables and all kinds of cool garden stuff so that you can live a healthier and happier life. If you're new to the channel and you want to learn all about growing herbs and vegetables and all kinds of cool garden stuff, start today by subscribing. And after you're subscribed, hit the notification bell so you don't miss anything, because you never know what I'm going to be talking about next. And now, the pepper. Hey, what are you doing walking around in my background throwing me off over there?
I was trying not to.